yesterday, giving the details of those who have collected their PVCs. But we need to go now for the news. All right, we begin with this story that a civil society organization has condemned the directive affirming only the old 200 naira notes as legal tender as against the old 500 naira and 1,000 naira notes. The group, in a press statement issued by the group executive director, Nelson Ekujimi, says affirming just the 200 naira notes as legal tender goes against the Supreme Court order and is contempt of court. They asked the president to retract the order. The group also condemned the violence in some parts of the country as a result of the Naira redesign policy, which has caused scarcity of the Naira, and has asked Nigerians to remain calm. But again, let's talk about the election preparation, where more than 87 million permanent voter cards have been collected nationwide. This is out of the 93.4 million Nigerians who are eligible to vote in Saturday's poll. At a briefing on Thursday, the Commission declared that 6.2 million PVCs remain uncollected. This number remains the largest voter population ever recorded in the West African region. But the Commission says it has meticulously prepared for the election. The Commission insists that the general election will hold as planned across the 176,000 polling units. Now, amid controversies and speculations about the 2023 elections, Nigerians are gearing up for the presidential election come tomorrow, the 25th of February. All across Nigeria, TVC News correspondents are feeling the pulse of Nigerians against the coming elections tomorrow. We have details in this report.
Unlike most states, the Uyo branch of the Central Bank of Nigeria is here to distribute the sensitive materials to the 31 local government areas of the state. This security man says the materials will be moved from the Apex Bank on Friday. Speaking with some of the residents, they say despite the orders of no cash and for scarcity, they will come out and vote for the candidate of their choice.
This is my submission to Nigerians. Even though it takes you borrowing your money to come out, borrow money and go and put your fingers on that ballot paper and savage Nigeria.
Let the will of God be done. That is what we are praying, and that is what God wants also in Nigeria.
For European observers, they are eager to monitor the elections from every perspective and note the transparency and the process.
We are the team of the election observation mission of the European Union, observing the elections in Cross River and Akwa Ibom. And at the moment, we are preparing ourselves to observe election day in Akwa Ibom.
And we're reporting everything back to our core team headquarters in Abuja, and they will come out with a report 2 days after the election.
Irrespective of the challenges that the country is currently facing, the people of Akwa Ibom have decided to make an informed choice by voting for the right candidate that will pilot the affairs of the nation for the next 4 years. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Uyo.
Barely few hours to the presidential and National Assembly election, and the Nigerian political climate is getting charged with politicians winding down their campaigns. However, there is a growing concern of rising insecurity, an event many argue will discourage full participation in coming election. The prevalence of attacks is not narrowed to a particular region, as the Southeast is also a victim of the incessant attacks. With the reoccurring attacks on police facilities, personnel, and attacks on INEC infrastructure, followed by pockets of attacks on opposing politicians, many feel much need to be done to douse the tension.
Insecurity, and it is an ill wind that blows no good to anyone. It has affected everything beyond even the election we are talking about.
Some of the activists share personal experience in the course of carrying out their civic responsibility.
4 days ago, I was almost killed in Ebonyi State. And then at about 8:30, the hotel came under siege.
They want Igbo leaders and government to ensure the election is devoid of violence.
We need to ensure that women are given free opportunity, free access to casting their votes on the election day.
We want peace in the land of Ebonyi State, and by extension, the entire Southeast, and by larger extension.
Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Residents that have attained the voting age in Jos, the Plateau State capital, are happy and set to cast their votes in the coming Saturday, February 25th nationwide presidential election. Our crew took time to go around the Jos Bokru metropolis to hear from people on their level of preparedness as the day drew nearer. While some expressed mixed feelings towards the day, others say they are happy and looking forward.
Most of the 18 presidential candidates jostling for the #1 job in the country are from the southern part of Nigeria, with a handful of northerners as presidential and vice presidential candidates. But history might once again prove the votes come from the north. In the 2023 elections, there are a number of variables that can further split the votes in the north among the various candidates. One is insecurity. Other variables are the voters, poverty and economy, and the cross-breeded candidates vying for various political seats. In Kaduna, northwest Nigeria, where 96% of 4.16 million registered voters have their PVCs, the residents, particularly the youths, are pumped up for the election.
Some of us as graduates, there's no work, lack of job opportunity, nothing. The next government that will come, please, they should do well.
Are you going to vote?
Yeah, I'm going to vote.
What's your PVC?
My PVC is at home. They have my PVC.
We will vote as far as we have our PVC. We will vote. Despite we say they are not doing well, but we are not voting for them, but we are voting for better future ahead. That is what we are voting for. I have my PVCs at home right about now.
With the enactment of the 2022 Electoral Act and the relative success at the Ekiti and Osun gubernatorial polls, residents believe INEC can work their magic with the beavers machine and reduce electoral malpractice.
The INEC has made a lot of preparations, but the problem with our system is that for any good policy you bring out in this country, there are people that will want to manipulate it to circumvent it. And I think that's where the security agencies will come out and do something very critical about it.
Few hours to the presidential election, and a lot of people here in Kaduna metropolis are queuing at filling stations trying to get petrol. Although they are uncertain about what the future holds for them, they are confident that come Saturday, they will be electing the president of their choice. Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Kaduna.
Residents that have attained the voting age in Jos, the Plateau State capital, are happy and set to cast their votes in the coming Saturday, February 25th nationwide presidential election. Our crew took time to go around the Jos Bokru metropolis to hear from people on their level of preparedness as the day drew nearer. While some expressed mixed feelings towards the day, others say they are happy and looking forward to going to the polling unit and voting for their choice of presidential candidate.
I am prepared with my household. We will come out and cast our vote.
We have come of age to desist from voting on the basis of primordial sentiments, things like voting because of religion or voting because of ethnicity or regionalism.
The Independent National Electoral Commission in the state has assured of their readiness to conduct free, fair and credible polls. The police authorities on their part have expressed their preparedness to provide security during the polls in the state.
And we'll be doing everything in our powers to ensure that the pre, the post, and even the election proper, all of them are conducted in a very peaceful atmosphere.
All eligible voters are expected to go to their various polling units and exercise their franchise peacefully. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Jos.